Hello everyone and welcome to our second edition of Youth Inc. I am your host, Ms. Latoya Jones. Today we are here to recognize and highly commend three young individuals, namely Dijon Jack, Meredick Gums, and Noel Liber Jr., all of whom have been quite successful at their business endeavors. Not only we will be sharing their experience with you, but we will also give you an insight into their business as well as offer advice to you, the young people who want to start your own business. Welcome back. As I mentioned in my introduction earlier, we will be featuring young entrepreneurs. Firstly, we are going to start with this young, energetic, charismatic, she's just full of life, Meredick Gums, well better known as Licious, Merylicious. She has all sorts of names, but regardless, she is one of our young entrepreneurs. Here's my conversation with Miss Gums.
Yes, it has always been a passion in me. Growing up from primary school, started from grade 3, selling like snacks and sauce. It wasn't for a needy cause or anything, just for fun. I used to sell like little snacks. My mom would have me have my little tray and sell little snacks, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. And on going to high school, you know, when we're playing big and sauce like that, of course, I didn't go on to high school selling snacks. And so, upon leaving high school, I started selling in my car that my mom bought for my birthday, and selling little shoes and stuff like that. And I told my mom, I sat with my mom and I told her that I wanted to open my own store. And yes, this is where I started.
So how old were you when you started?
I was 22.
And you were 22?
Yes, it started June 1st, 2012. Yes.
I realized that there is a name in it, Dimples. What's the significance of the name?
My awesome daughter, Anaija Bartlett, that's my daughter, yes. Hi Dimples, mommy love you.
Who motivated you to pursue your dreams as an entrepreneur? I know, growing up, we all look up to somebody or would admire somebody, So who motivated you to do this?
Of course, my reason to live, my mommy. Hi mommy, I love you so much. Thank you for always being there.
So she has always been there.
Always has been there.
But obviously from primary school, high school.
Yes, always.
And then...
even now.
No. Did you have, any challenges? Did you incur any challenges? And how did you overcome those challenges?
Well, yes, it was a bit challenging for me because I was working at Hammer & Services at the time. And, when you just start a business, a lot of persons won't know who the owner is. And so for the first 3 months, it was a bit rocky for me. But then I overcome the little speed bump that was there. So like on Saturdays, I would say, okay, let me go to my store on Saturdays. And that's how I grasp a lot of my customers. And thank you, my customers. You're awesome.
So they attracted to Meredick.
Yes,
what
Licious.
Are you known as? Oh, Licious. So you're very licious indeed.
Very, very licious, yes.
I know many young people would want to know, at the age of 22, where would she acquire funding from, at that age and stuff like that. Did you have any difficulties, getting funding? Where did you get your funding from for your business?
Well, difficulties? No. It all starts with my mom.
And everything is your mom. Everything going on is still
yes,
mommy.
My mom. She's the one who was there, and she's the one who's always there, and she's the one who's there now. And so, yes, it was all my mother who gave me funding, and she's the one who started the business with her money. It's not going to any bank or anything of that such, and yes.
What was the process like, from doing your business plan to opening your doors to the general public?
Okay, well, it all started with, of course, inland revenue. I had to pay my taxes and go through the procedure with them. So, yes, I do have a legal business here in Nevis. And yes, it all started well. I had to travel for shopping, and at times I do have to place orders. I have families abroad who will send some of my stuff. And so, yes, there's a procedure to it. It wasn't just like that, bam, and then, yeah.
And so, it's nothing, it's not to discourage anybody, but it's for us to be realistic.
Yes.
It's something that is costly.
Yes, it is. Yes.
It would,
from the beginning, it is. And yes, so you really have to know what the customers like and what your customers want. So if you realize that there's something that you are selling and it's not making a headway, you might as well you just try and find something else that will bring your customers forward.
Well, since we're here, tell us about your business, the services you offer, the different things, could I highlight the different things you sell so that the general public could be aware of, exactly what Dimples and Me Unique Store is all about. So just tell us.
Okay, well, Dimples and Me Unique Store, I always call my store a variety store. Reason being, I sell like almost everything. The only things I don't sell are groceries. So they're like little boys' clothes, girls' clothing. I sell male and female clothing, shoes for females and children. I do sell sunglasses for if the sun is burning your eyes and to block the sun. And I do sell hair products and watches, jewelry. Yes, I do sell almost everything. So, yeah.
Like, do you have plans for expansion?
Well, as I told you before, I started in primary school with my little tray, and then upon leaving school, the second step was in my car, and now it's here. But of course, I always think about expansion and moving forward. I'm not going to stay here, of course. And I do have different things I do on the side, like I do business cards, birthday cards, I do my graphic designs on the side, and I also do rental of houses and stuff like that. So, yes.
Well, you did mention that you have a daughter, and you have Dimples and Me Unique Store. You do work, at
Caribbean
Cable TV. You do invitations on the side. You do a little of,
rental of houses.
Yeah, rental of houses and stuff like that. How do you manage doing all these things, Like, what is your day like?
Well, it's not too hectic for me because the only job that I have that's really my job that I do like every day in the week is at Caribbean Cable. And so in my store, I'm not in my store every day. The only time I'm in my store is like if it's an occasion that's coming up, or on a Saturday. Every Saturday I'm in the store. Most of the time I will have my daughter with me in the store. She's a really big helper, and at home I get to spend a lot of time with her because in the nighttime I do my graphic designs at home. So she's right there by my side just helping out. I would say, Anaija, bring the scissors for me, or bring
So you're basically training her into,
yes, of course, being an entrepreneur, so just like her mommy.
She grows, she can take over from you and continue on. And what do you think are some key things that we should greatly consider, or anyone who's getting into business should greatly consider before opening their doors?
Well, I would advise a lot of young persons to always be customer friendly. Once you grasp that friendliness to your customers or for your customers, tell yourself you're going to have happy customers who are going to be by your side continuously. So you don't just have a sulky face and expect persons to come and support you. Also, know where you're going to locate your business. Don't just have it like in the woods and expect persons to come. You have to have somewhere that's convenient for others. And so that's just my 2 little 2 cents.
If you were to tell our youths the do's and don'ts of running a business, what would they be?
Okay, the do's. Always make sure whichever business you're opening, make sure it's a passion. Make sure it's something you want to do, not something that others want you to do. Make sure it's something that you want to do, and see to it that is something like customers. You're going to attract customers, something that's going to attract customers. Also, the don'ts. Don't have loiterers. It's not a good thing. Having loiterers, you have a lot of customers who are very private. They love their privacy. They don't want like every and anyone to know what they're buying. And also, always make sure that your customers can gain trust from you. So if your customer comes to your store and your customer buys something, let it be that is you and your customer who knows what that particular customer is buying, not you, your customer, and your friend.
What advice would you have for youths who would like to get a head start on a business? Like they would like to open a business. What advice would you give them? Like based on what you've experienced and stuff like that. What advice would you give them?
Well, at times you may want to give up while trying to open your own business or while trying to move forward. But my advice to you is never look back. If I'm 26, and of course I can't look back to my age, my previous age, 25, 24. So always look forward and go forward. If it's something that you want to do, if there's someone who is trying to pull you back, don't you ever try to look back. Just go forward and push, and believe me, you're going to make it.
hope you enjoyed my conversation with Miss Meredick Gums. We will take a short break and we will be right back. Welcome to our second segment. We will be featuring a young Dijon Jack. Dijon is self-driven, motivated, and he has a lot of advice to offer to our young people. Here is my session with Dijon.
Carry Post is a US mailbox service where persons can go online, place an order and ship goods to Nevis. But the goods are shipped to Florida, which is a hub, and then transported to St. Kitts, then across to Nevis on a weekly basis. Carry Post began in November 2014.
November 2014.
Right.
Who motivated you to pursue your dreams as an entrepreneur?
My father.
How so?
He has been an entrepreneur for most of his life, and so I have decided to follow in his footsteps.
Did you experience any challenges? If so, how did you overcome them?
Well, in life there's always challenges. So when the business began, of course, it was a bit of a challenge. But with the right guidance and the people around me, they were able to help me.
So your family and friends and your...
That's correct. Family and friends are always there to motivate me.
Okay. So when do you open? What's your business operating hours?
Well, our office hours are from 8:30 to 5 p.m.
From Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. So how would you say business is going currently? Is it good?
Well, there's always room for improvement. Yes. So I would leave it as that.
Do you have any plans for expanding Carry Post? Like, over to St. Kitts or another branch in Nevis somewhere?
Yes, we have plans to expand the branch. We're looking at opening a location in St. Kitts.
What are some of the key things our youth should take into good consideration?
Most importantly, the location is the key, and to find out if there is a need for the service or product that you intend to sell or provide.
Yes, I do agree with you on that. What qualities do you think a person should have in order to become a successful entrepreneur?
Well, I would say be determined and be honest with everything that you do. I would like to add customer service, which is something that we lack here in Nevis. I mean, that's something that we all should try to improve on, and that is something that is our number one priority here at Carry Post, which is customer service.
And that's how you attract your customers?
That's correct.
Good customer service?
That's correct.
All right.
That's correct.
So you're on to the do's and don'ts of running a business. If you were to tell our youths the do's and don'ts of running a business, what would they be? We could start with the do's.
What I would say to you is that to ensure that you keep proper records and that you pay your taxes.
So tell us the don't that you have.
Well, what I would say is that you would not want to allow yourself to mix business with friendship. Otherwise, you'll find that your friends will continuously keep coming to you and asking you for favors, and that would affect your business tremendously. So I would strongly recommend that everyone stay away from mixing their friendship with their business. I know that starting a business can generally be challenging for anyone, so I would suggest that you remain focused and also determined to follow your dreams that you set out. I strongly recommend that persons who decide to open a business to ensure that they offer proper customer service, and customer service meaning that if your business hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., to ensure that you're there within your business hours, and ensure that if a customer comes to collect the goods or services that you offer, ensure that you're there at the time that you specify that your business would open.
I really do hope that you learned something from my conversation with Mr. Jack. We will take a short break and we will be right back with our last featured young entrepreneur, Mr. Noel Liber Jr. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, we're here at Top Wash. I'm with my friend Noel Jr. We're here to talk about, being a young entrepreneur, and he's here to give us advice and feedback, well, to me and to you as well. So stay tuned.
Okay, at Top Wash, we offer inside and outside wash. You can get the cars vacuum on the inside, we do wipe down, Amaral. On the outside, we give you a power wash, soap it up, we wipe it off, we dry it off. We also do interior cleaning, such as steam cleaning of the seats, roof and carpet cleaning. Top Wash started at about a year and 2 months ago, and basically I was doing it done by my father, so I just decided to make it my own business.
To go on your own?
Yeah, to be on my own and do my own thing.
So while doing, everything, the process and stuff like that, what did you experience any challenges?
No, I never had any challenges. Just wanted people to come out and support the business.
So funding obviously funding wouldn't have been an issue for you because you're here, but how did you, go about acquiring funds?
Fundings, I never had a problem with the fundings because I did everything out of my pocket. I took everything one step at a time, so I did everything out of my pocket.
Do you have any plans for expanding Top Wash, or do you have any other business ideas that you're currently working on?
Yes, I have. I'm planning to expand on Top Wash, but I'm not quite ready to reveal that as yet.
So who, do you have a lot of employees working with you, or
no?
Who's doing this business with you?
Not at the moment. It's just me and my girlfriend right now, but I'm looking for employees right now. So if you know anybody that's out there looking for a job, I'm looking for like 2 employees right now. I wash cars from Monday to Saturday. Sundays off.
Opening time, closing time?
Start at 9 and finish at 5.
What qualities do you think a person should have in order to become a successful entrepreneur?
Okay, that person should have good knowledge, patience, and good people skills.
I agree with you. So we are the do's and don'ts of running a business. So you can start with the do's.
Okay, so just to stay focused, be patient, and make sure that you give yourself a salary, a wage.
Yeah. And the don'ts, you have any don'ts?
Don't spend the company money on personal stuff.
That is great advice.
And don't credit. Also, you don't credit. Absolutely no credit.
I agree with that one. I definitely agree. What advice can we give to our youths who are about to start a business, or even those who are doing business? What can we tell them?
Okay, advice I have for you is once you have an idea of what you want to do, you can run it by some people to get a feedback, meaning people that have their own business, and to make a note of the advantages and the disadvantages of what of the area that you want to get into, and make sure that you're going into something that you love.
I do hope that you enjoyed this edition of Youth Inc. And I also hope that you would have learned a lot from our 3 young entrepreneurs. I am your host, Latoya Jones, and at this time, I would like to express sincerest gratitude to Mr. Dijon Jack, Mr. Noel Liber Jr. and Miss Meredick Gums for willingly being a part of today's show.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Join us for another exciting edition of Youth Inc.